Hi, Sue and Sudha here, two sisters who started from zero and ventured into successful careers as makeup artists, made our dreams come true, and want to keep massively inspiring and making a major difference in the lives of women around the world. We've inspired the lives of many women around the world, and we want to do the same for you. If you want to turn your lives around, be the best version of yourself in every area of your life, and run the role of a boss daughter, boss wife, boss mom, boss lady that you've always wanted to be, you've come to the right place. We're here to kick ass, from the good times to the bad times, chasing dreams and sunsets, to chaos, heartbreak, and criticism. We've been through it all and believe so much in living life to the fullest and living one that is purposeful. Our goal is to make sure that you too see all that you're capable of and make your life the one that you've always dreamt of living, while making it also purposeful and meaningful. We're here to inspire you every step of the way and to enable you to grow through every situation, bad or good, to add value to your life and to turn your life around. So let's get to it. Welcome back to Sit with Sue and Sudha. We are on episode 16 and we are so happy to air with you through video this time, and you can always come back to it and watch. So today's episode, we are going to be talking about something that's extremely interesting because it was aha moments for the both of us when we first realized that this is so true. So our topic for today's episode is going to be having a work less attitude towards success. And yes, guys, it is honestly a work less attitude towards success. But there's a lot that goes in depth into what it actually means, and this is what we want to get across to you. You may have been finding yourself working your asses off and nothing really has been working, and it demotivates you, it discourages you even more. And don't worry, because there may be something that you haven't been doing right, and that may be putting too much stress on success.
Yeah. So I know that a lot of us feel like, when we have a goal of there's something that we actually want to achieve in life, myself included, we always feel that, like I've got so many things to do, and achieving something big sometimes even means working hard. Like we hear it all the time. You got to work your ass off. If you're not going to work really, really hard, you're not going to get what you want. Now, the whole problem with that belief is the fact that sometimes, like even for me, if let's say I've got a big assignment, or if let's say I've got a big goal that I'm working towards achieving, now in my head there are like 101 things that I feel like I need to do to accomplish that task. And what happens is, because I feel like there's so many things that I need to do, I get overwhelmed, I get anxiety, and I actually feel like I half-assed my way through all these tasks that I need to do, because I'm not able to actually get my focus right, and really get one job done well before I move in to the next. And that just results in your job not actually, being done the way that you actually want it to be done. And you feel like at the end of the day, okay, you know what? I did an okay job, like it was all right. And I just feel like a job that can be actually done in a shorter period of time and done much more effectively is not done the right way, because I feel like I've just overburdened myself, believing that, oh my God, if I'm not working hard enough, if I'm not like working on it all the time, I'm not going to get the job done well. But actually what I find at the end of the day is that when I'm so stressed out, I'm feeling so anxious about something, about a goal or about a task that I need to complete, the stress and the anxiety, instead of it working for me and allowing me to actually perform better, it actually hinders my progress. It actually makes me not perform as effectively as I should. And what I found that works so much better is that when I actually quiet my mind, I get more focused, and I ask myself, okay, you know what? Getting stressed up about this is not going to serve me well. What is going to serve me is getting clear on my objective, what needs to be done, and then prioritizing the tasks that I actually need to do in order for me to get to where I want to go. And when I'm able to quiet my mind down, when I'm able to be a bit more focused on the tasks that I need to do, when I just get into alignment and my energy is in the right place, then I'm able to actually be more in flow and do something much more effectively, because now I'm not stressed out. Now I'm not operating from the belief that, oh my God, I got to really like be working 12 hours a day. If not, I'm not working enough. But you may be working 12 hours a day, but are you working effectively, or are you just half-assing your way through stuff? And this is something that I feel, a lot of us do. A lot of us find ourselves in this situation. But what is more effective is to quiet the mind, ask yourself what needs to be prioritized, what needs to be done first, where do I need to put my focus at? And then from there, you sort of take it one step at a time, right? So that is one thing that I feel is a much better approach. And the second thing that I want to talk about is to delegate. Now, this was a problem that I had myself because, like when it comes to my career and my business, I've always felt that like I need to do all these things by myself. And if I do not do it by myself, like something's going to go haywire, and like maybe something is not going to get done the way that I want it to get done. And so it was like this belief in my head where I need to do everything. And what happened was that resulted in me just getting so exhausted because, there were so many things for me to look into: marketing, content creation, like video shooting, like everything. And also that results in you getting so exhausted that, again, you're not able to actually focus and get one job done well. So what I knew I had to do if I actually wanted to, take it a step further and be more successful in whatever it is that I wanted to do, right? For me, it's my business. I knew that I had to delegate. So that meant that I needed to give certain tasks, certain responsibilities to someone else who might be even better at that job than I am. So in the beginning, it's a bit tough because you feel like, am I doing the right thing by giving, my job to someone else to do? Are they going to do it as well as I'm going to do it? But I think, with time, you get to the place where you know who is right for the job and who is not. And once you get comfortable with someone and you know that they're going to do it well, you know what? It just sort of eases so many things for you. And everything that needs to be done gets done well and not, again, like half-assed, because everyone is doing their job the right way. So I think delegation is something that also we could actually think about. And don't feel like you need to do everything by yourself, because you don't. Find what you are good at, find out where your talent is, what you're really good at getting done, and put your focus and energy there. And whatever it is that you feel that you are not so good at, try and see if you can actually delegate this to someone else. Like they've got so many apps now like Fiverr and Upwork where you can pay people like $5 or $10 and get them to do menial tasks, like, or even big tasks like setting up a website or setting up a funnel or whatever that it may be. So I think delegation is something that also we should look into if you want to actually work less but be more effective.
Yeah, and it's good that you brought that up, because I think when it comes to delegating, it's something that, we always question ourselves, especially as owner of companies or of our business, that would someone be doing this job well enough for me? And see, that is, again, work on your end, because you are stressing it. You are not rested. You're not trusting someone else to do it. And obviously you have to hire someone who is good at the job. And
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, the idea is to just trust. And that already means less work. Okay. So that brings us to the third point. Now, every time that you have found yourself feeling like, I know a lot of you have got routines from morning to night, and you have this to be done at this hour, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then by night you're just exhausted. Some of you may be running 2 jobs like at once, and it can be very overwhelming. And we've been brought up in that whole environment where people say, oh, you have to work your ass off to succeed.
Yeah.
But we have been exposed to so many different like successful entrepreneurs worldwide. And the best part is that, yes, these people work, but they also don't work, I feel, as much as we do sometimes. And what I mean by that is when we actually do so much of work and we don't get the results that we want. So a lot of you are doing a lot of things in one day. And that means you are trying to work because you believe that by working, you are going to get the results that you want. So this whole mentality makes you a very result-oriented person. Now, it's not bad, it's not a wrong thing, but this is what is going to happen. So you are driven by the results. You are not really driven by you being. You are driven so much in like getting things done so that you get the results. So what happens when the results don't actually show up, or they don't happen within a time frame that you have targeted? You get beaten up because you feel like, I've done so much, I've worked so hard, and nothing has happened, you know? And that makes you demotivated. It discourages you, and you just lose your momentum. And then that now has an opposite effect, a reverse effect on how you feel and how you operate in your business. So that is one main reason why doing so much sometimes and not taking a break, or not resting your mind, or not allowing yourself a bit of space to just be in the moment and feel what you're feeling, and asking yourself why you are feeling those emotions, that is not going to be in your favor if you don't take a pause. So we want to tell you that sometimes you should give yourself space. Sometimes you should give yourself time. Sometimes when you feel worked up, it's not going to help by keep on doing. It's going to help if you just take a moment, step back, pause for a bit. You can ask yourself, question why you're feeling those emotions. What exactly is it that you want? And just allow yourself to be so involved in the now, and not about if something happens or not, because then it's less work on yourself. And you'll find that eventually you tend to work better that way. Okay, so that brings us to our fourth point. The last one being, every day, you know, we are so good at committing that number of hours to work, but how about if you just take a bit of time in your daily routine, like it could be 2 to 3 hours in a day, and just allocate that time for you to do things that you like. It could be dancing, it could be, you know, singing, it could be just being at a cafe, sitting outside, taking a walk, or going for a run, or meditating, or doing yoga, or just anything, baking, cooking, I don't know, just anything that you truly enjoy doing. Like if you can dedicate 2 to 3 hours to every day do something that you enjoy doing, it's going to make you feel like you are living a purpose as well. You're not just so focused on getting this done and getting that done because you have to become this, because you have to become that, because you have to achieve that target. It does not work that way, because why are we working so hard at the end of the day if we do not allow ourselves to enjoy the moments that we have? Because at this point of time, this is a place that we wanted to be in, but we are so good at focusing so much of our energy in the future that when that time comes, we never get to really truly enjoy it or celebrate it. So just be very mindful every day that you find, anytime that you find yourself feeling so worked up, and you know, you have those days that you feel like, oh man, like nothing is happening. Like it may have been 1, 2 months, 2 years, 3 years that you have been working your ass off and you still don't see anything materialize. Change the way that you're doing things. And the good news is that it may be doing less work. And very often that is where you're going wrong. You have been working too hard and too much effort has been placed. So your energy is focused on so much of the doing, but not believing in the now. And so you kind of deter and just keep delaying the good stuff to come to you, because everything starts from within and how you feel inside. It's only then that you are able to feel your emotions, relate to it, be happy, and celebrate these moments. And that's why the happier you are, the better the things come to you, come your way, and the faster as well. Okay, so
Yeah. And just one more thing that I want to add before we leave on this topic of, you know, working less towards success. It's not that we are saying that, you know, you got to work really, really like minimal and expect big results. That's not what we're trying to say. What we're trying to say is that the whole concept of, like working really hard, only then you are going to be able to get XYZ. You working hard, like how are you working exactly?
Yeah.
Have you taken a moment to step back and really look at, how things are right now, and whether you're actually doing work effectively, whether you're actually doing work that is necessary to get you to where you want to be, or are you just doing work to keep yourself busy,
Yeah.
because being busy doing work that does not matter is not going to get you results that you want. And in order to be in a place of clarity where you can actually sit down and reflect and ask yourself these questions, you cannot do that and get meaningful answers if you are in a place of chaos in your mind. If you are in a place where you feel like, oh my God, I've got, so many things going on in my mind, like I just can't focus, you're not going to have that clarity and that space to actually reflect and think, is this even necessary? Is what I'm doing even going to get me like one step closer to where I want to go? So that is what we are trying to tell you guys. Take a moment to reflect, take a moment to think about the work that you're doing and ask yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? Is this necessary? Are there areas where I can cut back? Are there areas where I can delegate? Be more effective in how you work, instead of believing that you just need to really work like a crazy person so that you're going to get the results that you want. Because you can work like crazy, and I say this from experience as well, like you can work and work and work and work to the point of exhaustion, but that is not going to mean that you are going to get the results that you want, and more importantly, bring you to a place of feeling happy, because you're just going to be drained out and exhausted.
Yeah, exactly. And like exactly, like when you keep working and focus so much on the doing, it's just that you're trying to keep yourself busy because you have that belief that if I work this much, I'm going to get results. So that's why when you don't get the results that you want, because there is a reason there, you feel discouraged, you feel demotivated, and you lose the inspiration altogether. And yes, it's not like successful people don't work their asses off. They do. When they work, they are at it, but they just use their time and their minds more effectively. Exactly. And you can only do that if you allow yourself as well time to just be sane and just be like free, and not do so much in there. It has helped me a ton because I was someone who used to like really put so much in my head and be like all over the place, and I was like, oh my God, I need to do something about this. And then when I realized it, I was like, whoa, like this actually feels so much more relaxed in here, and I feel like I'm actually getting better results. And that's why we're saying it all comes from inside, and you don't have to necessarily work your ass off. When you work it, but you don't have to work like that from 8 to 12 a.m. okay? You can dedicate a bit of time to take rest, or if you just keep like 3-4 hours effectively to work every day, you're good. The rest of the day, just like relax, just be you.
Take a break, like chill out, just enjoy every day as it comes. Yeah. So that's what we wanted to leave you with today. So we hope that was useful. And we will catch you guys in the next video.
Next episode next week. Okay, till then, don't get worked up this week.
Yes, please go get a beer or something. Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode and think there's anyone who'd benefit from listening to it, please do leave us a comment below and share it. Hope you enjoyed this session, and we'll see you on our next episode. Have an amazing week ahead.